watch out.
It's okay. Stay in the car, okay? Boss? It's okay. It's okay. The PCP is so good, it's 27, so in terms of general condition it's good, but
In terms of snappiness, not so
snappiness,
good.
on like having as him, but he's very, I don't know, yeah, he's a bit like snappy towards us. Careful. Snappy, it's okay, Snappy. Okay.
Wow.
Hi, Snappy. My new best friend, Snappy. Snappy.
Wow, who is this boy? Is this truly you,
See, no reason to be angry. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, Snappy. Stop it. Oh, Snappy. Oh, Snappy.
How cute is he?
It's just he,
Now,
will be more snappy for next few days.
No, he's not gonna be
of
snappy
pain-
anymore.
will
This is
be-
it.
No,
No,
because
he's
because
cute.
painful. Because it's painful.
Okay, Snappy. Wir sehen uns bald wieder. Erhol dich.
Bye bye, bye bye, good boy. Hey, Snappy. Hey, Snappy. Hi.
So he just got out of surgery?
Yes, just because the detail will be WhatsApp later, ya.
Good boy. Good boy, Snappy.
Look at you. Wow, Snappy.
My friend.
Oh, hi, good boy. Oh, Snappy. Okay, Snappy. It's time. Time to go home, Snappy.
Can't with you.
Okay, Snappy, let's go. Come on. Come on. Yes, you're going home, Snappy. Snappy! Come on! Come, Snappy and Louis, let's go! Yeah, come on, let's go!
Bye.
Snappy, come on. Hi, Snappy. Good boy. Good boy. Wait, oh,
Snappy, bis zwei go.
Hi, Snappy. Good boy, Momo. Shh. Snappy, whose friend are you? You're my friend, right? You are my friend.
Is he? Is he your sunshine?
Okay. Snappy, we're gonna go back now, okay? I'm sorry, baby. I have to put you. Can I give you a treat?
Oh.
Oh, Snappy. Oh, Snappy. Are you crazy? Are you crazy, Snappy?
Snappy.
Snappy. Hey, Snappy.
It's so crazy. He's so sweet now.
Same with
similar,
That's right here.
but then just in white
Du
balance.
bist ja immer noch hier.
Mein Great-Grandpa, der braucht zu lang. Aber ich habe damit kein Problem.
Oh my god! Look at this smile, Snappy! Oh my god!
Hey, Snappy. Hey, Snappy. Are you enjoying Visitor Day, Snappy? Yeah? It's better than quarantine, isn't it? Hey, Snappy. Like a boy.
Are you happy, Snappy? Huh? Are you happy?
Snappy, hi. Hi, good boy.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Sexy. Mommy, mommy. Hey.